Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're getting smarter, we're setting goals. As the year of 2020 is soon coming to an end, it's time to start looking forward and start planning next year what you want to achieve, what your goals are, what your targets are, what your dreams are, taking them, putting them into a achievable action plan to make sure that 2021 is the year that you're on track to achieve and smash your goals and targets. But as always, before we get stuck in, do hit that subscribe button below so that you get notified as soon as a video gets posted and you do not miss out. So the first thing to think about is about mapping out your vision. So definitely start with the end in mind. That's always the best place to start with something along of this exercise. So what do you want to achieve? What do you want to achieve? What does your dream look like? What does your goal look like? Is it 2-3 houses? Is it a boat? Is it the Range Rover and the Bentley? Write all of these down. What clothes do you want to wear? Where do you want to travel? Don't think, okay, this is ridiculous, I can't afford it. Starting with that kind of approach is not going to work, and it's going to mean that when you're setting your goals and your targets, you're instantly setting up yourself for failure. So do start with the end in mind. What is it you absolutely want? Money, no object. Write it down and what it's going to cost. Because to get anywhere, you need to know where you're going. You can't set a goal or a target if you don't know actually what you want. You need to put something specific in a sat nav for it to take you there. So the best way of doing this is start by setting your 5 or 10 year goals. If that's the time frame that's going to take for you to achieve that, set your 5 or 10 year goals. Do you want £1 million worth of income? Do you want 3 cars? Do you want 4 houses? Write this down and make it specific. Once you've done this, then start breaking it down a bit more and getting into smaller time frames, so 3 and 1 year goals. So start backwards and break it down. If you want £1 million income in 10 years time, assuming that whatever business you're in, you might need to have £500,000 income in 5 years time, so that over the next 10 years you're on track to get there. A way I like to look at it, so you basically want to say, so I want to be, have, do, find, accomplish X, Y, Z by the end of 2021. So I want to be a millionaire by the end of 2021. I want to have a Ferrari by the end of 2021. I want to finish my doctorate degree, for instance. I want to accomplish a fitness transformation. I want to have climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. Whatever it is, write it down, get it on paper. That's the first thing to do. Once you've done all of this, then we need to bring things a little bit closer to home and actually set specific targets over a shorter amount of time. It's great having these long-term goals because that's ultimately where you want to get to, but without mapping it out and making it into a short distance, you need to look at perhaps how you're going to set these. So a great way I like to do this is by 12-week goals. So a 12-week is a sufficiently long amount of time that you can achieve something big, but it's also a small enough amount of time that you can actually get to grips on it. And even within the first couple of weeks, you know that there's an end in sight and you can actually map out what you're going to achieve and the impact it's going to have. So they say it's kind of 60 to 70 days to actually get a habit ingrained. So that's part of the 12-week process, part of the 12-week plan. So that's 12 weeks is a short enough amount of time to make a significant change to your life through having these smarter goals, getting these habits in there to make sure that you're doing the right things in the 3-month period, the 12 weeks, so that you're moving in the right direction when it comes to your 3, 5 and 10 year goals. It's all about moving forward in the right direction. So smarter goals, you can do SMART goals or smarter goals, both work just as well. So smarter goals is what I prefer, and broadly this means it has to be specific. So what is it you want to do? You can't say I want to lose weight. What the fuck does I want to lose weight mean? You need to say I want to lose 10 kilos. You need to be specific, put something on it. I want a bigger house. A bigger house doesn't mean anything. What do you want? Do you want a 4-bed house? Do you want it to be 3,000 square feet? Do you want it to be £500,000? Be specific. So it needs to be measurable. So you can't just say, I want to feel happier. I want a better sex life. You can't just put that out there. It needs to be measurable. You need to have something out there that's basically pass or fail. Have you achieved this goal or not? It can't be subjective. Third one, the A, it needs to be achievable. There's no point saying that in 12 weeks time, I want to lose 30 kilos, 40 kilos. It's not bloody possible. You need to be realistic, because if you do set yourself up for failure, you will soon feel disheartened, unmotivated, because you've set overly ambitious goals. By all means, do set ambitious goals, but just make sure they're achievable. So it's going back to that weight loss one, 20 kilos in 12 weeks. That's on the high end. You're doing well, you're smashing it, but it's achievable. 40 kilos, probably not, unless you're really, really obese. So make sure it's achievable. And the R is all about relevant. So is this goal, is this target, is it relevant in helping you achieve your goals, your targets, the income you want, moving you in the right direction? There's no point having this goal in there if it's not relevant. The T, that stands for time bound. So we need to put a time on this. So in this case, it might be by 6 weeks time, by 2 months time, by 3 months time, into this 12-week goal planning session. Have a time on it, have a deadline where you'll look at this and think, yep, I've achieved this goal, I haven't achieved this goal, and then we'll look into that. So with the SMARTER goals, the E stands for evaluate, which is where we look at each of our SMARTER goals and evaluate where we are up to. Have we done well, have we not done well, and feeding that back into it, so next time we set our goals, we're setting better goals that are even smarter. The R, the final R in this, stands for reward. So when you've done this, reward yourself. What are you going to do? So if you lose 20 kilos by the end of this, if you make £100,000 in 12 weeks, what are you going to do to reward yourself? Are you going to go on a nice holiday? Are you going to book a trip abroad or buy something new? Have that written in the goal so that as soon as you achieve that, it's there. So it gives you an incentive to keep on pushing through, and you can see black and white. As soon as you achieve this, you get this. And this is going to help your brain function so that each and every time you're looking at these goals, you do keep pushing forward. Get it all written down on paper. They say a goal without a plan is just a dream. So as soon as you've got that down on paper and out of your head, it's no longer a dream, it's a plan, it's a goal, it's a target, it's written down there in paper. How you're going to achieve it, what you need to do in order to get there. So once it's down on paper, that's it. It's a living, breathing concept now. Your future is on that bit of paper. So plan out the next 12 weeks. I'd suggest maybe having anywhere between 2 to 4, maybe up to 5 goals that you want to achieve in different areas of your life that basically you're focusing on over the next 12 weeks. So this might be in fitness, business, personal health, personal development, education, family, any of these areas of your life. It could be any one of these. It might be about how you want to spend at least one day a year in the Cotswolds, or one day a month, visiting your family. It could be anything in these different areas, but make sure you get it down on paper. So for instance, mine's all about getting more YouTube subscribers. So I've set that down that by the end of 31st of March 2021, we want 5,000 YouTube subscribers. Yeah. So we've set that out, we've got the plan in place, and we're doing what we need to do, posting more content, learning more, putting more resource behind it, so that by the time we come to the 31st of March, we've hit this objective. Other ones are all about fitness, so I've still got a little bit of weight to lose. We're looking to lose 10 kilos. 10 kilos by the 31st of March. That's the goal. How do we get there? We've got to make it smarter. 10 kilos. So it's relevant to the goals, it's time bound, and then it's all about doing the actions. We've got the goal, now how are we going to achieve it? We need to do the steps. What's going to make that goal happen? Going to the gym. So make sure we're going to the gym 4 times a week. Tracking calories, so making sure we're looking at all of our calories, seeing what we're eating, we're not eating too much, no takeaways. Then those actions feed into that goal so that when it comes to the 31st of March, we've achieved it. And then lastly, review your goals. Don't just write them on a bit of paper and forget about them. They are a living, breathing concept and you need to review them daily. Each and every day, look at your short-term goals and medium-term goals so that as soon as you start your day, they're fresh in your mind, and everything you do throughout the day is going to be with your goals in mind, which means that you're much more likely to achieve them. For one, I write down my 3 key goals each and every day in my notepad so that I know as soon as I'm out there in the day working, I know that these are fresh in my mind and that they impact every decision I make throughout the day. I've done a couple of other videos all about goal setting and running through my goal setting process. Do take a look at my other videos on YouTube. Otherwise, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and thank you very much for watching. Bye.